My name is Daniel Voth, and this is my functional flowchart of my organizational structure that I created of a high school that I created called Voth High School. A fantastically creative name. This is a functional structure of a school that I created. It is a functional structure because it divides the functions of my school building, a high school, into different groups and different entities of who is in charge and who people answer to. Um, I took a lot of looks at how districts were organized. I kind of combined a lot of ideas that I had seen, and kind of went with what I knew. This was a little bit more difficult than what I thought, because I had never really looked at how things were organized and realized who answers to who, and where people are actually at, um, in 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 terms of a hierarchical structure. Um, it's a hierarchical visualization of how most public high schools run, I believe. As I researched, I thought I could do an entire district. Maybe when I have more time. I got pretty deep into some things, and I was kind of amazed because I had never seen how school districts operate to that level. I've just never been interested in searching all that up. I used a blank template from Lucid.app and played with the tools to get comfortable with them. The flowchart took way longer for me to do than I expected, and I gained a little bit of respect of the people that can create flowcharts in a very creative manner. Obviously, you're looking at mine. Um, Mine's pretty black and white. I guess that serves as the function today. Um, it really isn't that pretty, but remember, it is functional. At the top of my flowchart, I place the building principal, as he or she is in charge of the building in its entirety. I place those entities, for example, assistant principals and ADs, custodial and food service heads, as equals on my chart. All are obviously valuable to the function of a school on a daily basis, and they answer directly to the principal. They also are leaders in charge of those who are under them in their own, they're their own leaders as well. I tried to place each entity on a level plane if I felt they should have the same hierarchical power, so to speak. Department chairs, for example, answer directly to the principal, um, but are on a lower level than admin because they comprise mostly of teachers. At the bottom, I placed students, which is odd, and got me into my thoughts as I was making this. All these people are here working for students, and I placed them at the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that, but I kind of said that's how they're always placed. Um, so I didn't get too philosophical with my flow chart. I didn't know where to put parent groups. I know they are important to our schools and how they function. Um, they do a lot for our schools in support of our students and programs, and I put them at the bottom, and their line arrow goes directly into student, as it's symbolic of the support that they give our students, and it feeds into everything else. Um, Something that I learned from this research and creation of my flowchart is that I had no idea what actually goes into laying all these leadership structures out. It's important to know how your organization functions as a leader, obviously. But when I got to thinking about this, it allowed me to see who people actually answer to. It was interesting to see how my district places each entity into the organizational structure, and how I have never looked at that before. And before I think about becoming a building leader by title, I obviously need to get a better grasp of the things, or how things work on a structural or organizational level. I hope this uh, helps people understand what I did in the thought process behind my flow chart. Thank you.